The MMA world is going crazy over David Goggins training Tony Ferguson.
This is where you win. This is where you win right here. Come on, Tony. Come on. This is where you win.
David Goggins started training Tony in a brutal Hell Week camp.
A lot of you saw the lunges video yesterday. Tony went for well over a mile. Stair climber, treadmill, high incline, assault bike, and then repeat that over again. Then at nighttime, we did a full leg workout. So a lot of you comments talking about rest and recovery, all this. A lot of you don't get it, man. He did rest. Now it was just an adaptation process.
David Goggins went on to say this in a recent post.
There is a look I see on the faces of people who are on the brink of quitting called the 1,000-yard stare. They start asking questions: when is it going to end? What's next? How many sets are left? Are we coming back again tonight? Is this healthy for you? This is when I usually start laughing my ass off. I tell them it is time to pack your bag and go home. Once you start asking these questions, I know you are not committed. I broke El Cucuy on day one, or at least I thought I did. I had him deep in the hurt locker and figured the questions were soon to be coming. I told Kish late that it's done. But, I was wrong. He woke up on day two even more fired up to go. There was never a question asked. His response was always the same: okay, coach. Around 11 p.m. on Wednesday night, when he could barely walk after having completed nearly 2 miles of walking lunges and a ton of other cardio and weight training, I figured I would put a fork in him and gut him. But the craziest thing happened. He gave me a crazy-ass smile and I could tell that he had flipped the switch. I was there for the rebirth of El Cucuy. It happened somewhere on the Jacob's ladder at around 11 p.m. I knew then that the torture I was putting him through was no longer torture. In order to get through hell, you have to become the devil. And that night, the devil surfaced, and boy was it a beautiful sight to behold. We both laughed because we knew what was happening. A lot of people ask me if I think he will win his next fight. I don't have the first damn clue about that. That's up to Tony. What I do know is that the man who walks into the octagon on December 16th will be a deeply changed man. Sometimes when the fight is near, the warrior must go back home because home is where the hell began. My friends, Tony is home. Hello darkness, my old friend.
There's an adaptation process that goes into mental hardening. The body has to know you're not around with it. The mind has to evolve into something evil to do the things that he has to do here pretty soon. There's no normal training in that.
However, some critics of the training say Tony should focus more just on MMA training, and that this type of intense cardio is not necessary. David responded to the critics by saying this.
Rather than trying to find flaw in the methodology, try finding inspiration in watching someone searching their soul for every last bit of themselves. I have been a high-level endurance athlete for almost 20 years and trained some of the best athletes around, and what we are doing right now is not for the faint of heart. When you train a person like Tony, you have to find their limit, and once you find it, that is when you have to push them way beyond it. The challenge with Tony is that his limit is way out there because of his ability to handle so much pain. What you are seeing in this video is a man that has been through 4 days of a hell week. This isn't like a football 2-a-days or some wrestling camp. I see the comments that Tony should be sparring or be on the bag rather than doing this kind of cardio. I can tell that the vast majority of you have no idea what you are talking about. To have the guts, and I mean guts, to allow me to train him shows exactly his commitment to come back and win again. Many of you have no idea what it does to a human being's mind when their body keeps saying to stop but their mind will not allow them to. There is a lesson to be learned here. He's comfortable with you all seeing what he's going through because this is the exact kind of dedication it takes to reach greatness. Hard work is never pretty. This is why it is so foreign to some of you. Watching a person work this hard and striving for greatness scares a lot of you. It's okay. It used to scare me too.
Normal training gives you normal results. The adaptation process comes in the suffering, comes in the things you don't want to do, comes with every step you take. You're in pain, you're in suffering. That's exactly what your aim was to push you through. All right? Stay hard.
So, what do you think about Tony training with David? Leave your comment below. Has David helped reawaken the great fighting spirit in Tony? Do you think Tony will overcome the odds and win his next fight? Hey guys, remember, like this video to help the channel grow. Subscribe for more MMA news. See you on the next video.